Hi, everyone. This is the Evmos-Covalent 1 million wallets hackathon finale. It's run by us at Encode. A little bit about us. We are a training Web3 developers community. We provide industry-leading education with the best protocols. We provide this education for free and globally. We have participants from all over the world in our boot camps, and after educating and helping our developers, we help place them in the Web3 industry and help them gain funding for their projects. This specific hackathon was with Evmos and Covalent. It was a chance for hackers and developers to work with Evmos and the Covalent ecosystem. We have provided unlimited support and great prizes, along with 4 amazing workshops, which are all available on our YouTube channel if you want to have a look back at it. Today, we have come to the end of this hackathon, and you're going to see our finalists pitching for the amazing prizes, and we are going to announce the prize winners at the end of the event. So the schedule, I'm just giving a little introduction, an overview of the hackathon first. Then in 5 minutes or so, we'll have 11 finalist pitches. Then the judges are going to a breakout room where they're going to be discussing the winners, and at the end of the event, the overall winners are going to be crowned. So stay on to celebrate. Right, so if we could have a few words from Ganesh, Swami, CEO and founder of Covalent. If Ganesh is not here, maybe Leibing, do you want to say a few words?
Hi guys, I'm Leibing. I'm from the Covalent team. And as some of you all might know, I've been assisting you guys with the hackathon so far, as well as the quizzes. It wasn't perfect, but yeah, I hope it was still an okay experience. And for today, I'm very happy to invite, I believe, the 11 finalist projects to hear all about your projects, and also later to give some feedback along with some of the other judges. So thank you guys for coming, and hope everyone has a great one.
Oh, thank you so much, Leibing. If we could have a few words from Nick from Evmos as well. I believe Nick might just have joined at the perfect time, actually. We have just come to your slide, Nick, if you are here and would like to say a few words.
Hey there. Yeah, super excited to be here, and sorry for the delay in joining. Just want to say a huge shout out to all of the hackathon participants and winners. It's been a journey watching everyone sort of develop on Evmos, and watching the submissions roll in just got us as a team more and more excited. And so, yeah, quick shout out to all of you, and looking forward to seeing what's to come.
Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm also super excited to see what the finalists have got in store for us. So the judges today who are here will be Leibing from Covalent, LPX from Evmos Style Governance, got Nick from Evmos, and Dilan, who's the founder of Imperator.co and lead data engineer at Osmosis, who are going to be judging the finalists. So without further ado, I am going to let the finalists take over and start their pitching. First up, we have D3, drag, drop, and deploy. If you'd like to share your screen and begin.
Hi everyone. My name is Issa, and I'll be presenting D3 IDE, which is a drag, drop, and deploy smart contract tool The need for such an application came about because of the increased interest by non-developers to build smart contracts. So we're just making it easier for non-developers as well as experienced teams to make use of or to build smart contracts. So we're providing a simpler developer experience for building and deploying smart contracts on the Evmos chain. So our MVP stack was built on Angular and Nest.js primarily for the backend. So just to run you through a quick demo of the application. So head over to our Vercel deployed app, select your chain that you'd like to deploy on and connect your MetaMask wallet. Then you can just drag over the components of your smart contract that you would like to implement. So we've got our license there, the version of Solidity that we'd like our contract to use, and then we can now start populating the smart contract. So we just go ahead and give our contract a name, and then add whatever properties or variables that we'd like to add to our contract. So we're just going to add a simple uint variable here and assign a value to it. Just give it a visibility of private, and just make it private. And then we will create a function that will act as the getter function for this variable, right? So we add our function there, provide the identifier name for the function, go ahead and add the state mutability of the function, right? And we can go ahead and add the visibility, okay? And then simply add our return statement, just populate all the fields within the smart contract. So as you can see on the left-hand side, we have all the different properties and elements that can be added to the smart contract. In our block, we add our return statement, we're returning the state variable that we created earlier, and we go ahead and preview the contract. On the right-hand side, as you can see, that's the preview, and then we can go ahead and deploy. So once you select the deploy, you'll be required to sign the transaction through your MetaMask wallet, and the contract will then be deployed, and you receive the deployed contract address. So I'm just going to quickly skip over here. There we got the contract address of the deployed contract. So in terms of the next step, we'd like to improve the UI UX, improve the handling of errors and control statements, as well as allow for users to interact with the actual deployed contract. And we like the community, because this project is open source, we'd like the community to head over to our GitHub. I'll be adding the links to the chat. Then you can just head over there and interact with us, give us feedback, and let us know what additional features you'd like. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that presentation. So we are going to move on to the next pitch from Metaverse Roblox ERC20.
Yeah, we are Metaverse ERC20 and ERC721 minting structure using Roblox. Our team name is 0xCatBox, and this is our team introduction, and we are 5 blockchain developers. So we made a Roblox Metaverse game, yeah, on the Evmos. So we're gonna show our demo first. This is NFT and FT bank, and people can easily mint NFT or FT. Yeah. This is the minting desk. So this is just a image set, so people can easily mint. Yeah, users can mint NFT by selecting account and Roblox image and chain. So mint. Yeah. So this is the minted, and it is a 3D NFT market. Anyone can easily sell or buy NFTs. So users can display and sell NFT here. So this is what we minted before. So other users can purchase their NFT on the wall. Yes, done. This is our demo. So the problem, it is difficult to participate in existing blockchain exchanges or contents using blockchain, except for Web3 users. I don't think there is a clear way to mass adoption Web2 users into the blockchain. So the solution is a game like a graphic method and using Roblox Metaverse game. And people can issue their DID or SBT in the game, and also people can easily mint FT or NFT. So this is our kick tech overview. We have our own desktop wallet, so people can easily mint, or they can control their NFT or like kind of asset in the wallet, and then we use an HTTP API using Express and also Roblox game. Yeah, so we use a Lua, and our future plan is, the first one is the content extension, and second one is a multi-chain, and the third one is improved desktop wallet UI. Thanks.
Thank you. If the judges have any questions for the first two teams, please do go ahead and ask them now for either of the first two teams.
Thanks to both teams so far. Exciting projects being built. Question for the Metaverse team is, where would you take the project in the future? You know, what would you have built out if the hackathon was longer? You know, if you had more time before the submission period, and sort of, you know, what are some future plans you have in mind?
I think that our contents is not enough to play, not enough for the users to play. So we're gonna make various contents in our game. So the first thing that we have to do after this hackathon, and I mean, we have to make various contents. So I don't know what's the contents, but we have to find out, how people, so find out the things that people getting fun. So that is our first thing, and then I already said we need multi-chain, Evmos or some maybe Ethereum or Polygon or Polkadot parachain or anything. So we have to make more, like a ROS contract or something like that. So that's my answer.
Gotcha, thank you. And the question to the D3 team is, what applications would you like to see built on top of you know, the product that you guys are building out? What would be the dream here?
Okay, thanks for the question. The goal or the dream is to allow for anybody with or without experience to be able to log onto our platform and start building any type of smart contract, because currently the solutions on the market are template based. So you are restricted to either NFTs or tokens or escrows. So what we'd like to do is to just allow people to have free reign in developing any type of smart contract they'd like to.
Gotcha, thanks. Anything specific you'd like to see come out of it? Like in terms of, would you like people to build like DeFi products, NFT projects, DAO tooling, etc.?
Well, I mean, because it's a smart contract development tool, it is generic to any type of project that you'd like to build. So you should be able to build a DeFi project. You should be able to launch NFT projects using our tool. So what we'd like to offer is an unrestricted environment in terms of the smart contract development. So any type of project you'd like to build, come over to D3 IDE and simply, so our goal is to become the visual remix of the Web3 space.
Gotcha. Thank you both. Appreciate your answers.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the third presentation. EVM Gossip, if you are here, please take it away.
Hi everyone, we have made EVM Gossip, an interchain messaging system for EVM using Graph and Cosmos IBC. We are a team of 3 engineers with experience from companies like Tendermint, Polygon, and Certic. We want to make Evmos the hub of communication for all non-IBC EVM chains to communicate with the whole of Cosmos IBC chains. Also, there is no existing current solution for EVM chains to communicate with non-EVM chains of Cosmos like Hub, Osmosis, Juno, etc. So, what is our solution? We forked Evmos and integrated ICA messaging. We made up a relayer to enable interchain communication between EVM chains and 53 plus chains in Cosmos. We integrated EVM chain with graph node to supply relayed bytes to the relayer. Here is our architecture. Any contract deployed on EVM like BSC, Polygon, or any custom chain, etc., sends message to our relayer contract. The graph node grabs the relayed bytes and sends it to our relayer. Our relayer, upon reaching finality, sends the payload to Evmos. On Evmos, our contract decodes the destination chain ID and relates the message to the appropriate chain like Osmosis, Juno, or Chronos, etc. So here is the architecture. On any EVM chain, we have our relayer contract and subgraph integration. Our relayer has integrated subgraph for which grabs the bytes relate and then transmits the bytes data to Evmos. On Evmos, the destination chain ID is decoded and the payload is also decoded and then redirected to the appropriate IBC link chain. Here is a demo. Any project integrating us deploys an ICA wallet on an EVM chain. Any project integrating us deploys an ICA wallet on an EVM chain responsible for holding asset and interacting with our relayer contract. We deploy our graph node and then start our relayer. We start a relayer. Yep. Now here is a sample message sending done. Yeah, we register IC account, and then here our IC account can be seen in the logs. Now we generate a custom message and paste it onto the custom message generated with our SDK, and any developer that wants to send data has integrated it, then it is sent to our relayer contract. Our relayer grabs it and transmits the data to the appropriate chain. Here, the payload can be seen using ICA. Now, here is our roadmap. We want to connect other EVM compatible chains like Avalanche, Phantom, etc. We want to improve our SDK interface for developers to encode messages and send. And we also want to improve our relayer security. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have some questions from the judges?
Yeah, hi, me again. Thanks for the demonstration, folks. EVM Gossip is super cool. Just wanted to let you know that ICA is coming to Evmos mainnet hopefully early next year, and so you won't have to run a fork yourselves. We'll be super happy to see this thing deployed, as with all the projects so far. Quick question. Oh, sorry, go on.
Yeah, we know that Evmos will have, but for the functionality to be demonstrated, we integrated ICA fork on Evmos.
Gotcha. Yeah, commendable, and thanks for doing that. A quick question on my end is, On the communication from Evmos to the rest of the Cosmos ecosystem, how do you implement smart contracts being able to relay bytes over to like, let's say Osmosis, for example? Do you run a custom relayer for that, or do you rely purely on ICA?
Currently, we rely on ICA. So the flow is like we get like call data from any other EVM chain. It gets decoded, and using the EVM hooks that are in Evmos, it gets relayed to any specific chain using ICA. So nothing custom, just like the default Hermes relayer for now.
Gotcha. Thanks for explaining. For those who aren't aware, ICA here means interchain accounts, which is a feature that is being developed for Cosmos chains. And so anyone who wants to take a look at what that is, you can search for interchain accounts or interchain standard 27, ICS 27, which should be in the ICS standards repo. Thanks again for the presentation, folks.
Great. Thank you so much. Right, let's move on. Next team up is Alien Spawn. Are you here?
Hi everyone, my name is Giovanni and I'm a software developer for many years, and recently I also joined the Web3 space. And the project is Alien Spawn, that is a highly customizable NFT game. The idea started from that most of the NFTs are immutable, and there's a huge opportunity in the gaming space, and the core element of the gaming in the Web3 space are dynamic NFTs. And as NFTs are owned by the user, we also see a low user co-creation in those NFTs. So to solve this, we want to create a game that is highly configurable, that also involves the user, and give a particular attention to the ease of use. For the front end, we use TypeScript, React, Next.js, and Tailwind. And then we also deploy to Evmos testnet a smart contract written in Solidity. Now let's head to the website. Now we are on the homepage, and make sure that we are connected to Evmos testnet and click on Start. It will bring us to the first page, the spawner. Here, the user can configure the NFT image. We can change the background color, we can change the character, and even better, the user can upload their own image. Now the user can upload the image to IPFS. We know it is successfully uploaded to IPFS if it returns a URL like that. Now we can assign a name, and we have assignable point to customize the threads. And then we can mint the NFT. Once the NFT is minted, we can go to the station page, and right here, we can see all the NFT that we have minted with their unique stats. We can click on the details of one of those NFTs, and we can get more detail about it, like the whole metadata and the history of transactions of this NFT. Now we can head to the last page, space. Here we can choose one of our NFTs, easily drag and drop to the battleground, choose our opponent on the other side, and click on play button. What it does is we approve the prompt from MetaMask, and on the smart contract side, it will calculate the stats with random number and decide who's the winner. Now, moving forward, the idea is right now, dynamic NFTs are hard to create. So we want to improve our configurator, enabling our decorators to easily edit their on-chain metadata of their NFTs. We also want to improve the game mechanics, introducing more battle modes, and introduce unique abilities to each NFT. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, folks. No further questions from me. I think everything was very clear cut, and I appreciate including a future plan slide as well. That was basically going to be my question.
Great.
I feel it's a really cute game. I really like the UI and the UX that you guys have built, and the NFT GameFi space is right now kind of on a downturn in some ways, and it's great to see more of these projects that's being built.
Thank you. Right. I will pass it on to AlcheMoney for now, and I'll message Charles if AlcheMoney is here to take over.
AlcheMoney is a decentralized peer-to-peer lending and borrowing system that is based on peer-to-peer nodes. Nodes can be described as the taker and a lender, and basically they can be able to explicitly set the conditions that are acceptable for the exchange of money. So in today's DeFi, money exchange logic is a little bit centralized, and also users are not really given the opportunity to explicitly set the conditions in which they want to offer loans or take money. And we can also see that there is a lot of over-collateralized lending, which is the de facto in today's lending and borrowing system. However, in AlcheMoney, I decided to create a system where a user can be able to create or request variable loan amounts and can also be able to extend these loans or even delete it. They can be able to also earn yield on their collaterals as well. Explicit loan conditions. By this, I mean a user who is either a lender or a borrower can be able to explicitly decide the conditions that are most favorable to him or her, and anybody who wishes to fill that particular position or take loan from that particular person has to meet those requirements. So how does this work? A user creates a loan or offer or request for a loan, and the taker can fulfill this request or offer. And then if both conditions are matching, then the two positions will merge into a fully activated node. So we can see that here. This is the interface, and all these balances are pulled from the ERC 462.6 volts. So this is a position. Because it is mine, I cannot do anything either that burning it or restricting it. But I can fill other positions that are not mine. But before I do that, I have to be able to set these conditions. I have to fill them, and I have to set my collaterals, and they must match the preset conditions this lender explicitly sets. So this is my profile, and I can see the open positions. These are all the positions that I myself has created, and these are the active positions which I merged with other lenders or borrowers in the system. I can decide to extend this loan or settle this loan. If I extend the loan, the duration is extended by extra 15 days. The default are 30, 60, and 90 days respectively. And if I settle the loan becomes archived, and I can no longer do anything on it, and it's marked as settled. Also, this interface allows everybody to conduct a visual analysis on any single address you can take. For example, before you fill a position, you can decide to go to that particular address and check if the address has any defaulted positions, and then you can know that this person is a risky person. But however, you won't be able to see other sensitive information such as the user's balance. Okay. Going back to the next steps, I plan possible use cases that are involved in this project is to allow users to manually approve these loan requests, and also it can also allow users to explicitly allow under-collateralized loans based on trusted addresses, meaning they can set their own trusted addresses, and then their loans can be given out under-collateralized. And also these positions can be NFT gated, and also in the future I plan for interoperability with other Cosmos DeFi. So for you to use this interface, you need to mint yourself some tokens. So you can scan this QR code, mint the tokens, and go on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Peter. Judges, do you have any questions for AlcheMoney?
Yeah, thanks, Peter. So Nick here again. One question is, does your platform use any oracles?
Yes, it does. I implemented their Oracle for on-chain price fetching.
Gotcha. Okay. And in the future, do you think if you were to deploy on the mainnet, would you use your own custom oracle, or would you want to use something like Chainlink or one of the oracles that are already deployed to Evmos?
Chainlink was one of the key use cases that I would have wanted to implement the project on, because it will allow me to also implement smart contract automations for liquidations. But for now, I think I will go with their Oracle until Chainlink comes on Evmos.
Gotcha. Thanks for that.
Oh yeah, I've got one question, Peter. So right now, are the loans being collateralized?
Yes, right now the loans are being over collateralized because they've not implemented the trusted addresses yet.
Okay, so it's like over collateralized model right now.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah, I really like how, this is like a P2P, is not like trading against the liquidity pool like Aave, so it's a different kind of model here. I guess the only feedback is when there's lots of users on the app, how do you see like scaling? How do you search for the like, let's say, the best user to kind of take loans from, or the social aspect of it, given its P2P nature?
Okay, for it, I actually left a search button there, but I did not do it because of time constraints. And also there is paginations in there. So the pagination starts from 1, but after I can I can make it in such a way that the user can easily jump around the pages to anyone who wants and make a quick search for a particular user. Probably if you have been borrowing loan from somebody, you can just search the user on the search bar and you can get that particular users and all the positions and all the rest. Yes.
Okay, I see. But like from a point of view of like a borrower, what you're really seeing is the interest rate, right? I assume like that's the number you're most interested in to determine whether you want to take a loan or not.
Yes, it can be interest rates, but I do like think of more of visual analysis, because you can set a sweet interest rate, but then if someone goes to your profile, you have a lot of defaulted positions, and you won't want to keep taking positions from someone who has been defaulting a lot of times. So the interest rate is 1, and then 2, the analysis based on the kind of positions the user has been into in the past is also another one.
Got it. Awesome. Thanks, Peter.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Charles, are you back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, sorry.
No worries. Yeah, you go ahead. He's gone.
Okay, I think Charles has like internet problem.
So next up, is Evmos Tracker Tool? Are you here?
Hi, my name is Ilya, and here in Evmos Tracker team, we are basically building Nansen for Evmos ecosystem. For now, app consists 6 modules. First one is home module. We can see ERC20 tokens here and NFT collections on upper right. Down here, it's a collection from Twitter, official Evmos account. And down here, we can see some price movements and DEXs in Evmos ecosystem. In Wallet Inspector, you can just put your ERC20 wallet format and you can see what tokens that wallet have, what are related wallets and contract activity, trading activities, and so on. In a token inspector, you can see various information and analytics for a token on Evmos mainnet. And yeah, on the contract activities, you can see different numbers regard interaction with contracts, gas spend, collections, NFT collections, interactions, and fees, consumptions, and contract creation on the mainnet for different timeframes. And in X revenue module, users can see the all whitelisted contracts from Evmos revenue module with the fees, with the protocol revenues, actually. So basically here, protocols earning from the fees spent by users, those protocols that are whitelisted. And in incentives module, you can see the same whitelisted protocols and contracts, but if you click on it, you can see something that it's called gas meter, and here are all the wallets that interact with this specific contract in current epoch, and how much they will get in return from that module as well. And what are the next moves for Evmos Tracker Tool? We are building our own backend and consuming data from different endpoints. And we are working on adding more indicators through every module. And we are looking to add Cosmos data as well, and show all that data in some unique way. So we are different. This is mix of features. That this is something like nonce and token terminal, but focus is to give Cosmos users same experience that our nonce or token terminal giving to EVM users. Yeah, that's it from me.
Thank you very much. Do the judges have any questions?
Yep, I have a few. Hi. One of my questions is like, what is the data backend for your product, and how is it scalable? Imagining that the fact right now we are on the bear market, no more data, you know, kind of calm, if I can say, and how you can imagine that in the future bull market with more people, with more data, yeah, so on.
Well, so basically for now we are depending on the grants and we are depending on the rewards, and I just finished the data alchemist program from Covalent, and I'm lucky and have access to new features from Covalent as well, and this is free to use for now. But yeah, we are now looking to answer those questions that you asked me, and we will see actually how this will scale up, and how to maybe somehow produce yields or find some kind of monetization for this tool as well. So basically our backend will be really robust, and we have data from the Genesis block, and we are looking to maybe be a service provider for institutional companies and so on, to build different type of reports about on-chain data, and there is a lot of ideas how to monetize this.
Gotcha. You mentioned you were building the nonsense for Evmos. This is Nick here again. So I'm imagining you'd be allowing users to basically build their own custom queries. Is that right? Against sort of the data, and presenting that in a way that is digestible by non-technical users as well.
Well, our focus is just for broader audience to have access for this tool as it is. But for really people who need to dig data a bit further and see some specifics, we will even build the custom queries for that and provide data that it's needed. Yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome, folks. Awesome. By the way, quick note to all the speakers so far. If I saw that the D3 team has posted their socials on in the chat there, it'd be great for everyone to do that as well, so that we can. I'd certainly love to follow everyone's progress on building this past the hackathon. So yeah, that's a great start there. Thanks again, Nia.
Okay, thank you, Nick.
Thanks, Ilya. I think you've built so many great new features in this iteration. And just curious about like that tab where it says contracts activities, right? And it seems to display, is that the top contracts by activity?
Yes, yes, it is. So basically,
yeah.
for the past 30 days, we are just looking, first of all, we are looking for all contracts deployed from the Genesis block till now, right?
Okay.
And after that, we are looking for the past 7 or 30 days, how many interactions there are, and we are calculating fees, consumptions. So yeah, that's the approach here.
Awesome. So like, how are you getting the top contracts data?
Well, I should share queries that are presenting that. I don't know. You can DM me. I will show everything.
Proprietary.
Yeah, but yeah. So basically, as I said a minute ago, yeah.
Got it. And you've got contracts creation, like, yeah, it's really useful here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to everyone. If there are no more questions, let's move on to the next presentation. Evmos-Covalent Unity WebGL. Are you here?
Yeah, I'm Lucas Espinosa, and C# develops. My project extension for Unity that help you to build web games using Covalent and the Evmos. Okay. The extension have 2 parts. The wallet part help you to connect your Evmos and interact with smart contract. The Covalent part has all Class A endpoints help to use in games. Okay. Activate. The GitHub pages have entire documentation, how to start the extension, how to connect to wallet, how to use Covalent API. The Evmos build half in JavaScript and half C#. It's only working web, but the Covalent build is native for Unity. It's working in platform. That's the demo. It's the demo. The demo showed the extension working. It's the demo connect in Evmos and fetch data. Okay. Okay, the demo connects you in the Evmos blockchain and the use Covalent to get balance of all NFTs you have and interact com smart contracts to mint new NFT. Okay, my plan for filter is improve Covalent support, add more support for smart contract patterns, and add more support for Cosmos blockchain. I do not add muito Cosmos blockchain this project because I do not have Covalent support yet. Yes, any question?
So for this particular game that you integrated, I think I saw a slight snippet of it. Can you describe like what this game is about?
The game is just a sample game having extension. When you use the extension, have this game to look how it's work. It's not a full game. The project extension. The extension help you to build games. The extension have very the extension need help you to connect to wallet, interact with smart contracts, and use Covalent. Every EP Class A endpoint have support.
Got it. what kind of data in your experience developing games is the most useful for a, like Unity developers?
The Unity developers, okay, the Unity's main user language is C#. The main user language for Web3 is JavaScript. It's really hard to find in C# and C++ tools in gaming. It's a project already built using C# and some JavaScript. My idea is help to use more C# codes in games. Yes.
Okay, I'm afraid I
I'm
didn't
very
really...
anxious. I do not very well speak English.
No, yeah, no
It's my
worries.
second time.
Yeah, no, it's great. You did a great job. You did a great job. Okay, that's all the question that I have from my end.
Thank you so much for that presentation and for the questions. So let's move on to Invincible Evmos.
Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about the Invincible Evmos. To begin with, this is a little bit about our team. We are working with the Essential Skeleton Crew, and my name is Yeon Choi. The Invincible Evmos is the DeFi product, which will absorb the Ethereum and Cosmos network-based assets into the Evmos ecosystem. When the product is fully completed, this will be implemented through the use of leverage, liquid staking, and risk capping functions. It will significantly raise profitability, liquidity, and network stability, becoming a DeFi, which increases the token's usability. We were critical of the existing staking system's limitations. When compared to its rewards for the 1 year, users can take approximately 3 times as many rewards with our product. All right, I'm gonna jump into the live demo with Boom.
Hello, this is our demo video. And if you see this left part, this is our backend, and it listens to our contract event and also creates transaction to stake to the validator. Okay, let me begin. Okay, first you can check your MetaMask and view your Evmos and Evmos. And in order to stake, you need to press Launch App button. In Launch App button, you can write down the amount you want to stake, and you can press Stake button. And there's MetaMask here, and also the backend updates. The backend sends transaction to the validator, to stake to validator. And you can also unstake by pressing this button. And also you can claim rewards here. And if you want to view transaction for this account, you can go here, and this transaction history actually is from Covalent API. Furthermore, we are trying to build more of this product. And our first step is to build the risk catching with stablecoin. So if you see this, we can adjust the rate of Evmos and stablecoin. So as a result, we'll be staking and also be receiving stablecoins. So therefore, this is our roadmap for our product. For phase 1, we will be developing each part more and also risk catching with stablecoins and over collateralized leverage. After that, we will be launching a mainnet. And on phase 2, we will be using flash loan leverage and automatic risk catching. We are hoping for more assets to be flowing into Evmos ecosystem, eventually constructing a sustainable network, and also increase incentives for users using our product. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the presentation. Judges, any questions?
I have maybe one question. It's Dilan, and maybe Nick can say more about that. But I know that the Evmos team will build, the native staking directly on the protocol. And I saw that on your presentation that for your first phase is like the liquid staking. How do you see these two working together? Is this something sustainable, or how do you see that in general?
Yeah, so to add more context here, this is Nick. What Dylan's referring to is plans by the Evmos core development team to add liquid staking natively to Evmos mainnet. However, this is a huge engineering lift from the team side. And so in the meantime, I think we'll see a proliferation of providers bringing their own version of liquid staking to the protocol in the interim. Hopefully, by the point where native liquid staking is ready, there'll be an ability to consolidate all representations behind the native asset. However, those plans are still up in the air. So in the interim, we'll have liquid staking providers like Invincible, as well as other folks in the ecosystem deploy via a variety of solutions, which I think de-risks the centralization risks a little bit, but also creates fragmentation issues when it comes to the token representations behind liquid staking. I think this is an open problem yet to be solved, but still excited for Invincible node to deploy their solution when it's ready.
Great. Any other questions?
One more from me, which is what's the current state of development for the project? I think we saw the demo. Do you guys have an ETA for deploying to testnet and maybe mainnet as well?
Oh, so for now, we just deployed to the Evmos testnet, but in the future, we will be maybe deploying to mainnet. And the current state is we are currently still testing risk hedging with stable token. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, let's move on. Decent.land, you're up.
Okay, so I'm Benjamin from Decent.land. Decent.land's a social and identity set of protocols built to settle on Arweave, but goes cross-chain to a variety of other chains too. So just as a basic team overview, we've got a CEO, myself, CTO, Darwin, and 2 full stack developers on board right now. Collectively, we have experience working at Poloniex Exchange. I have background in several Silicon Valley SaaS startups, Tron Foundation. We also have US Army and Pepsi on our list of previous work experiences. We've been building in Web3 since 2019. And the problem that we're addressing is that chains which share nothing in common with each other basically can't communicate user identity. It's especially a problem for DAO tooling and social. When you start a new life on a new chain, you become a new person with no way of proving your past identity, which locks you into using assets on the tools available to the chain itself, creates unnecessary silos between data, issues for UX. Arc protocol makes identity portable and permanent. Decent.land's Arc protocol is a way for users to be able to verifiably attest to their identity. So this means you could take your Evmos address, your .eth address, your near address, all of that to a foreign chain that has incompatible standards and still prove that it is you. So Arc establishes identity links between addresses, which can then be used for things like DAO voting, multi-chain NFT apps, token gating, etc. Really, as a simple example, like how else could you prove to the Evmos blockchain that you own a CryptoPunk on ETH or vice versa, or prove to Arweave or Near that you own an Evmos Punk? So the way that this works, we use a master identity on Arweave. There'll be this piece here. Then we have child identities, which are linked to it via the Arc protocol. So this would be, you could connect your lens handle, your .evmos domain address, your near address. Then on top of that, in the Oracle is able to call token holdings from APIs like Covalent. You can grab your social graph from Lens, your list of POAPs from XDAI, social metadata, etc., DAO memberships, ETH transaction history. Generally, Arc, for a technical overview, is a collection of identity oracles. So the main oracle with the full data feed is stored on Arweave, because Arweave has the ability to handle a large amount of on-chain data at low cost and store it forever. Arc then communicates with secondary oracles on Ethereum, Evmos, Nia, and 6 other chains. And then it uses APIs like Covalent to read token holdings like NFTs and fungible tokens, meaning that the oracles can then be used to be cross-contract called by other protocols. So I'll go through a bit of how this works. So this is the UI for Arc protocol. You connect your Arweave address as the primary, and then you can connect any number of these. Here in the example, I've rigged up Evmos. So if I were to go through here, I've already done it, but if I were to go through here and pay the gas, link the identity, then the oracle on Arweave would then know that I am this Evmos address. Now this is a social explorer for Arweave that we built as well. This has got this uses my Arweave address as the primary key here, this KAY, etc. But it also knows that I am all of these other things as well. It knows who I am on Avalanche, who I am on ETH, who I am on Lens. It knows my POAPs. Importantly, it knows my Evmos NFT holdings as well, because my identity is associated with it via Arc. So that is kind of this is a very like basic demo of how it knows, basically to be able to show that it does know what I hold. But the end purpose of it really is to be able to prove to dApps on chains which have nothing to do with the original chain that I hold a token, and therefore I should be admitted to a DAO, therefore I can do token gating, etc. Plans for the future from an Evmos specific perspective are to integrate with more Evmos infrastructure. I mean, I'm not sure whether Evmos itself has DAO infrastructure, but generally what we're going for really is to bring this as a filter for DAO tooling to be able to use to determine who is in the DAO and who isn't, regardless of whether the assets are on the same chain that the DAO tooling is on. And you can kind of expand that to a bunch of other use cases as well, like cross-chain identity verification, etc. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. Do we have some questions from the judges?
Yep, I have one. Hi, it's Dilan again. One of my questions is related to your Explorer, which looks great. As an external user, how I can check, the reputation of a user? I saw the activity tab on your Explorer. Can we see more if it's built or not?
That's not particularly well built out. But what that would do is be able to pull in essentially all of your on-chain history from all connected chains into one kind of activity feed. It'd be protocol specific as well. So it'd be like, uploaded an episode on this Web3 podcasting app, minted an NFT on this marketplace, etc., all pulled into one feed. The reputation part, I mean, I think the Arc protocol itself can be a reputation layer, because when you're on a new chain with no previous history, it's like, who are you? It's okay, well, I'm this person that's in this DAO on this other bigger chain, right? So that's kind of the idea.
Yeah, one question from me, and this might be a little esoteric, but have you folks considered using things like ZK proof bridges to sort of do away with the need for oracles? So basically to be able to permissionlessly pull data from other chains into your social layer and prove things about users on other chains to Evmos or vice versa.
Yeah, I mean, we're not there yet. I would say we're not there yet. But it's not, it's not out of the bounds of possibility. As you say, it's possible to do it using ZK as well. But it's, on further down the roadmap, if at all, I'd say.
Gotcha. Yeah, this is especially cool because it can be combined with other sort of interchain solutions, like the EVM Gossip protocol from earlier to prove things not just across EVM chains, but to chains like Osmosis and Juno and etc., who don't support EVM necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, what we could do with this, and what we do have as a plan in the future, is to add like the general Cosmos standard as well as a linking option. You can link with Kepler or whatever, to then tie your address back to all of your other addresses on EVM and non-EVM chains. And then I think that kind of opens it up to a lot more possibilities to interlink with more protocols.
Thank you for those interesting questions. Unless there are any more, let's move on to Nomis.
So we started from Nomis, and we are building DeFi credit scoring protocol, basically create karma for DeFi. And we are a team of 6. Each of us has at least 4 years of relevant experience, including building HR scoring software, L1 blockchain development, and multiple products on L2. And we're trying to solve over-collateralization problem of DeFi. Basically, DeFi loans scare away mainstream borrowers with over-collateralization. That's obvious. And also, borrowers are unable to leverage on-chain reputation to get better terms. So if you have, let's say, some positive on-chain reputation, you don't get any better terms. And you see, there are a lot of data that can be taken from blockchain, talking like day-to-day transactions, DAO activities, contributions, NFTs, credentials, or some like asset worth. All this information can be scored, and we provide borrowers with credit scores based on their multi-chain activities. Also, we are trying to engage DeFi platforms to leverage our score and provide some personalized terms on their products. So basically, it works like this. With Nomis score, you get the same amount of loan, but less collateral and better APR and liquidation rate terms, comparing the same amount of loan without Nomis score. So let's jump into the demo. You can find it on nomis.cc. You can see human readable interface of the wallet. You can see Nomis score, of course, some wallet activity chart, and view highlights to tell you more about the wallet, and a lot of data here. We also have API you can find here in docs. And during the hackathon, we implemented Evmos to our protocol. So we click get score, and we have our score on Evmos, and we can also mint it as NFT. Let's go and do. And let's wait a few seconds. So here it is. It should be here on MetaMask. Yeah, we just minted our score as NFT on Evmos. So any DeFi product on Evmos can use our score to provide some personalized loans to its users. So according to our future plans, we're currently working on Nomis, something called Nomis ID, which will be like one identity for user which use the data from the all possible blockchains, since all the users on Web3 have multiple wallets and multiple chains and different reputation. So we're trying to combine it into one layer. So that's it. Our social, go follow Twitter, drop me a link here. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions from the judges?
I have one, Dilan again. My question is like, you mentioned that the credit score is based on multi-chain activities. Does an activity from a given chain has more value than another one? Maybe doing some stuff on Ethereum has more value than, I don't know, another one?
Yeah, it's a good question. According to asset worth, we think that, for example, your activity on Ethereum is worth more. For example, tokens worth more, NFTs worth more. In that case, in USD prices, it will worth the more. So yeah, but comparing, let's say, Binance Chain and Solana, it's almost the same.
Hey folks, quick question on my end. This is Nick. When a user mints their score as an NFT and then that score changes later, do they have to remint an NFT after that, or how does that work?
Yeah, we're working to make it updatable, but we're not here yet. Right now, you need to update it, but it won't be valid like in some time. For example, it's valid only for 1 hour. So in 1 hour, you need to update it. Or we can turn like with the new transaction, it becomes not valid. So if you make like 1 extra transactions, it's not valid anymore. So we need to remint it. But we are working on how to make it updatable.
Gotcha. And how do you pull the cross-chain data?
Currently we use Explorer's APIs, but we're trying to set our own nodes to get the data instantly.
Got it. Thank you.
What are some of the categories of metrics that will affect someone's on-chain credit?
Yeah, for example, one of the strongest is the wallet age and number of transactions and average number of transactions per month. So if you're an active Web3 user and you have big number of transactions per month and your wallet is pretty old, and we start to consider wallet age since the first transaction. So if you created a wallet, let's say 4 years ago on Ethereum and you didn't make any transaction, so it's still like 0 age. So it's multiple parameters, I guess it's more than 20 or 25 that we calculate and estimate. Yeah.
Charles, are you here? Charles from Tribunals.
Hi everyone, this is Tribunal. I'm Charles. I'm a software developer at Alpha Day and I've been developing apps for like 3 years now. So when you dig into the concept of DAO governance, like governance for DAOs, you find that the system should be built to represent the interest of DAO members, not hedge funds, not whales, and not even attackers. I have a tweet from Vitalik where he's saying governance rights should have no financial value. And this is why I built Tribunals. It's a system similar to Snapshots, but it's NFT based. You might ask why NFT based? And you find out that in the real world, like you don't sell or buy votes. One person is tied to one vote, similar to what Optimism is trying out right now. And dealing with NFTs is a whole lot easier. There are no price depreciation worries and worries of attacks. Like it just avoids a whole lot of unnecessary complexities. Then you can issue different types of NFTs. NFTs that are restricted to voting in just development channels or marketing channels, for example. Then these NFTs are exclusive to only your NFT holders. And also like Snapshot, Tribunals is also gasless. It's built on IPFS as well. So now a demo. This is the Tribunals app. Once you connect your wallet, the NFTs that match DAOs on Tribunals are displayed here. So these are the rest of the DAOs on Tribunal. So let's create a Tribunal. We fill up the details and create. Then that's the transaction hash there. So we go to the Tribunal we just created. We could join. To join, you have to mint an NFT from that Tribunal, and it shows here. So we could create a new proposal, fill some details, and submit that. And we go to the proposal we just created, vote for it, for or against, and the IPFS hash shows here. So if you click that, you see that that's the IPFS data. So lastly, I added some chat feature to add comments on some proposals. So what's next for Tribunals? NFT domains. So if Encode, for example, was a DAO on Tribunal and Omji was a member, should have this really cool NFT domain. There's also non-transferable tokens that give you the ability to delegate your voting rights to people you trust in that Tribunal. Then also we're moving to Evmos mainnet soon, also adding custom DAO pages and more community management tools. Yeah, so thank you. I'm Charles, and thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Charles. I'm glad the issues worked out. Thank you for your presentation. Do we have any questions from the judges?
I have 2 questions, maybe Dilan again. One of the questions is related to the Tribunal when you created it. Can you decide of the number of voters or it's like unlimited minting of NFT? And the second one is you tried to make the vote and I saw only 2 options. Can we increase that or it's just true or false?
So for now, I think those are just customizations that will be added later. So this is just a simple to show what the concept is about. Those are customizations that will be added later. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Thanks, Charles. Glad we got to see your presentation in the end. There are a number of DAO tools on Evmos right now, namely Gnosis Safe, and a few others. Do you have any plans to sort of integrate those tools with Tribunal? I think that'd be a great way forward. And then do you also have any plans to integrate Tribunal with native Cosmos voting or anything like that?
Yeah, it's definitely on the roadmap, but yeah, so it's definitely on the roadmap. Just one step ahead, like getting this system first on mainnet.
Excellent. Yep, excited to see what's to come.
Yeah.
Good one.
Okay, unless we have any more questions, I am going to make the breakout room for the judges to go away and consider these amazing presentations. In the meantime, I think Danny from Encode should be here and tell everyone around a bit about other Encode programs and a bit about what we do here and further opportunities.
Okay, fantastic. Awesome. So hello, everyone. As she mentioned, my name is Danny, program manager here at Encode Club. And yes, I'm just going to talk a little bit about all the things that we do here at Encode Club outside of this amazing hackathon. As she might have mentioned earlier, here at Encode, we are primarily a Web3 educational community. So with that being said, we have a ton of different programs going on, ranging from boot camps, hackathons, accelerators, educational series, and I'll just go over a few of those here in just a second. But I do want to share a quick slide with you all that kind of gives you a link to scan, and it's kind of a great way to get started with all the different things that we do here. So, and yeah, so this is kind of our getting started with Encode page. So what I would recommend, if you have not already been involved in the ecosystem, go ahead and scan this link. It's kind of our way of getting to know you, kind of seeing what exactly you're interested in, kind of what your background is. It's kind of just a great way to get started with Encode Club, so we can kind of get you involved in the correct events pertaining to your interest and kind of what your experience is. And to go along with this, here at Encode, we have kind of a great talent team as well that's led by Laura from the Encode team. And so we kind of have a whole funnel of jobs that we like to kind of meet with students from our hackathons and from our boot camps and accelerators to help place them in jobs and internships in the Web3 space through, just as I mentioned, kind of a network of companies that are looking to hire out of our events. Next up, kind of with this hackathon, as well as just about every single hackathon and event that we do, they are always kind of led or kind of preceded by kind of a free educational series. So if you have not already kind of attended those educational series, we have lots of them that are online here as well. So kind of check out the website. I would share a link here in chat, but I don't have it with me right now. Kind of check out the educational series that preceded this event. And to go along with that, here in Encode, there's always kind of unlimited one-on-one support with all of our events. So if you ever want to set up a call with myself, Emma, G, anyone on the Encode team, you're always more than welcome to, just to find out, to kind of find out exactly how we can best support you. Next up, kind of entering to building the community. If you have not already, just be sure to join our Discord. Follow us on Twitter. That's where all kind of the updates are made first. So do go check those out if you want to get more involved in our Discord page. Any update, any new boot camps, any new hackathons are announced there first, and also kind of a great way to network with students, individuals that are also in the Web3 space trying to get involved. So a great place to connect with people as well. And lastly, a small Encode investment fund as well. So kind of if that's something you're interested in, do reach out to a team. Has been something that we've done in the past, and definitely something that we look at doing into the future. So do stay tuned for that and reach out to a member of the Encode team moving forward. But I do just want to share a few links here into chat, as I mentioned before, of just some upcoming events that we do have coming up at Encode Club in the new year. So just a moment as I get them pulled up. But as I mentioned before, kind of the primary events that we do are boot camps, accelerators, and hackathons. So currently, kind of all our boot camps for this year are kind of underway or wrapping up here as we head into the holidays. But come 2023, starting off strong again. And so we'll be doing plenty of Solidity boot camps. In the past, we've done Algorand boot camps, ZK boot camps, Cairo boot camps, Avalanche boot camps, Solana boot camps. So definitely stay tuned, as I mentioned, in the Discord and the Twitter, if you think any of those will be any of interest to you.
All the teams as well, if you haven't already, do feel free to drop your project socials in the chat box. It'd be great to, as Nick said, to follow along on everyone's journey. So if you haven't already, feel free to drop that in the chat.
I'm going to send you some links to our website. First one is recruited with Encode. So again, as I mentioned, we do help with job placement in the Web3 space. So if this is any interest to yourself, check out this link to our website here. It's kind of just our Get Recruited page. Kind of goes over exactly how do we place, who do we place, kind of some past people that went through the same process, and also a way to subscribe to our jobs newsletter as well that we send out kind of regular updates on. And if you want to get in contact with some of the Encode team, you're always more than welcome. Send any of us a DM, reach out to us on email, really whichever you prefer. We'll be happy to get back to you and kind of point you in the right direction at all times. And looking forward into future hackathons, only one we have announced right now for New Year's hackathons come 2023 is the Encode Solana hackathon. So not entirely related to this one, but always fun to build on everything. So if you want to check that out in a future event, please do. And again, any questions, do just ping us. And outside of that, again, I do not have a kind of a working link there. I'm not sure what happened with that, so I do apologize. But what I will give you is, if you were interested in some of that link, send me a quick DM on Discord or a quick email here as well. I'll be happy to, once I get the working link, share with you as well. And that might be able to get all that fixed up. But yes, I know I kind of just threw a lot of information at you there of kind of everything Encode does. So does anyone in the audience today have any questions about Encode Club, what we do, any of the events that I mentioned, or anything like that? Please do raise your hand, throw them here into chat. Be sure to get them all answered.
In the meantime, I can see Artie from Nomis sent in the chat to go check out your wallet score, and let's see who has the highest score. Everyone do try it out now that we're here.
Yes, so when is the next Solidity Expert Bootcamp, Expert Solidity Bootcamp? Again, stay tuned for that. Discord and Twitter. Definitely, kind of that's probably one of our more common, more popular boot camps. So no reason it would not start kind of early mid-January, come early February. So probably open applications for those here. I would guess early New Year. So do check those out. We kind of just wrapped up last one for 2022 and come 2023. I did just receive word that the judges should be coming back here in just a few moments. So please do, any more questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. Yeah, so what's the process for funding program via Encode, the Encode Invest fund? Don't have kind of a 100% direct answer for you, since it really depends project by project. So that's kind of more something you want to reach out to someone from the Encode team, and we'll point you in the right direction from there and get in contact with you from there. So if that's something you're interested in or something you want to know further about, do kind of follow up with someone on the Encode team, and we'll be happy to chat with you there.
Whilst we're waiting as well, I'd encourage everyone to get on Twitter, get posting about the finale as well, and tag Encode Club in anything that you do put out there. Danny and myself are also on there, and we'd love to see your observations, anything that you enjoyed during the finale, and yeah, do share. tag us as well, because we'll go see them. So the question is, when will be the announcements and distribution for the quizzes? So shortly after the finale, we'll be in touch with Covalent, who will be distributing prizes. So ASAP. It's so great to see as well that there's so many dedicated people on the quizzes, and I personally thought as well that it was a really fun addition, and lots and lots of people got involved, and a very interactive way of learning. So I'm glad people seem to have enjoyed that.
We appreciate everyone's patience here. Still just waiting on a couple of more minutes from the judging room. But in the meantime, still, yes, continue sending questions, high scores, really anything there in chat. Yes, and any updates regarding next boot camps from Tezos, Algorand, ZK, and Cairo. So for Algorand specifically, we're kind of in the middle of running the winter cohort of that boot camp. In the second week of it right now, an 8-week-long boot camp. So regarding next ones for those, when the next applications will come in, don't have a set answer for you, but it will likely be after this current one's ends at the end of January. ZK, Cairo, very likely should be early New Year's, kind of wrapped up some of those here over the past couple of weeks. So next ones will be starting up after the holidays. Tezos, don't have an exact answer for you, but likely sometime in the new year. So helping developers getting recruited by companies and protocols, and Encode is Encode hiring developers. Potentially, we do have a jobs page on our website. Let me get a link to you for that and kind of explore some of the roles there of what you're interested in there on your own as well. Careers. So here's a link to our careers page. And I do see a developer role on there. So if that's of interest to you, please do check that out. And there are quite a few operations and program manager roles in there as well. So do please check that out. Yes, always happy. Hackathon finale is always amazing. So I still thank all of you for showing up and staying on here through as we wait to listen on who the finalists and the winners are going to be. And Emma, do you have an answer for that one? Are we awaiting only the top 11 prizes, or is it all the prizes?
I believe that it might be all of the prizes. I'm going to double check that. Definitely the 11 finalists, and then I think I had mention of the whole prize pool. Yeah, so it's going to be all of the prizes. Yes, definitely is the answer. And I can hear, just got a message that the judges are about to come through.
Were you waiting us a lot?
Not at all.
Everyone's
Not at all.
Super excited.
Yeah, that is great. Like it took a little bit longer than expected because everyone did a so great job. So we've been discussing a lot how we should do that. So let me share the screen, and we're gonna going through the prize winner announcement. Yeah, so everyone, like we have a great project this time, and also a lot of audiences. Like someone was especially asking in the chat that if you're not invited the finalists, if you're not winning the prizes, no, it's not true. So you are gonna, not all okay, but like a lot of you gonna be getting the prizes because of the time constraints. We couldn't invite everyone as a finalist, but we have a lot of prizes ready. So please make some drum roll. First one, we're gonna be announcing the winners from the DeFi track. Try to making a little drum roll, thinking about who will be the winner. Let's go. So top prize is going to be for Evmos Tracker Tool. So you're entitled to $6,000 amount token, like congratulations. And second prize is going to be Invincible Evmos 3,000. And third prize is going to be like a 2,000 for Nomis. And we have also pool prize winners. So AlcheMoney, analytics, diffusion dex analytics, solid wallet, you all got entitled to pool prize. Next gonna be cross-chain tooling. Cross-chain tooling, we have also like amazing winners here. First one is like decent. So this case, we have like a tied project. So we have two top prizes. One is like a decent.land and second is like EVM Gossip one. Both of you are top prizes entitled to 6,000 prizes. And also we have a 3 different pool prize winner, D3 IDE, Gizli Wallet, and Gigza. I hope that I pronounced it correct. But anyway, congratulations, guys. And now we are moving forward to the next one. NFT GameFi project. So we have also like 2 different projects winning the top prizes. Here, like a Metaverse Roblox integration team, you win also $3,000. And another team, Evmos-Covalent Unity WebGL team, you also win $3,000 as well. We have a bright future with the GameFi here, isn't it? Roblox and Unity is really fun. And we have a lot of pro prizes winners coming here: NFT Alpha, Alien Spawn, Metamanita, Evmos Image Wallet, and NFT Bingo. So congratulations, everyone, and keep building your projects. And now we have like a last category of winner, which is DAO tooling. So we have a top prize winner, Tribunal, which is like 3,000. And then we have pool prize winners, LiftDAO, Wink Financial, ADA, the Autonomous Decentralized Accountant. All of you are entitled to the pool prizes, like $1,000 each. Everyone, congratulations. And we are still not finished. There's like also 2 different winners we would love to announce. Evmos DAO Bounty Fund winners, which is 2 different teams called like decent.land and La-La-Land. You are entitled to DAO Bounty Fund, so you are entitled to like 1,000 each of the prize. Congratulations, everyone. Of course, this was very quick, but as you all know, it's recorded video. Not only that, we're going to be announcing with all the written form. So if you miss your team name, if you're unsure about, no worries, everything going to be announced soon, and we will also reach out to you through the emails. So that please like waiting our contact. Now, before like closing out everything, I'd like to ask our judges to giving some words that how they found it fun in this hackathon, or what kind of things they're expecting you from next steps. Who should start? Nick, are you there?
Yeah, I can go first. Yeah, as I mean, I'm seeing the chat pop off right now. A lot of people are excited. I came into this expecting, with high expectations, and those expectations were certainly exceeded by the caliber of the projects and the teams that have been working diligently on them. I mean, most notably impressed by the teams who were able to sort of build out Evmos use cases that leveraged both EVM and Cosmos functionality. Most notably impressed by use cases that built out things that the team had already, the Evmos core development team had already been envisioning for mainnet itself. And I think that's super exciting to see that there are so many builders out there aligned with Evmos's core mission to build the next generation of user experience that is cross-chain native for DeFi users, NFT and GameFi, etc. And just to note on each of these categories, we saw innovations in DeFi and cross-chain tooling. I think that much is clear. But also in NFT and GameFi, where the generic answer to building out the GameFi platform is play to earn. I think that folks did a good job, and actually for that category, we had quite a number of submissions, and that's why we had to include so many winners in there too, because all of them were pretty good caliber. And of course, DAO tooling, super excited by future integrations with existing DAO tooling. I think that's a space where you can have a lot of composability and interoperability between different protocols. And of course, DAO tooling plus any of the other categories, DeFi, cross-chain, etc. I'm excited to see what comes of it. I don't rule out the possibility that in the future, some of the teams that I saw present today would be working with each other to integrate their respective products together. So good job once again to each and every one of you. And we'll be in touch soon, I'm sure. The core development team will love to talk to you and other builders and validators in the community as well. So good job once again.
Awesome. That's amazing. How about you, Dylan? What kind of word do you want to share?
I want to make this quick. Thank you for everyone for your time and for attending the event. You all created amazing project and should be proud of yourself for all the accomplishment. I wanted to say that keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible with the Web3 and never stop learning and growing. The future is bright for builders like you. So keep up the great work. Thank you for everyone.
Thank you very much. And also, Leibing, would you like to share some word?
Yes, definitely. It was a pleasure to see so many great projects built. I'm sure you guys, some of you are very new to Cosmos and Evmos, and I'm sure you guys have learned a lot about Evmos and the fantastic designs of the ecosystem, right? As well as the future that holds for the Cosmos ecosystem in general. You guys are the bear market builders. We are going through really shitty times overall in the industry, but you guys still participated in hackathons and still building throughout these times, irrespective of market prices, and that's the true spirit of building. And the future kind of like gains are always being built during bear markets. All the best products are being built during bear markets. So so many great ideas here, and I hope that you guys continue to develop them and iterate on them and get in touch with the development team of Evmos, talk to people, talk to other builders, and get to that sweet product market fit.
Lovely. So like everyone, great messages, and I'd like to say thank you to everyone. Our judges, unfortunately, Ganesh and LPX couldn't make it in person today, but also they were involved for the whole judging process. I guess a lot of you realized that it took a long time for us to also announce the finalists because so many amazing projects, and it was very difficult to choose only a few of you due to the time constraints. But let's stay in contact, everyone. So thank you, judges like Ganesh, LPX, also Nick, Dilan, Leibing. That was very, very lovely to check the projects with you. And another kudos to our Emma, who was our program managers. She's going through a lot of things through this hackathon. I think a lot of hackers, you were in contact with her. Please updating her how your project is going on. We will be always here to support you, and we are looking forward to see you keep building things. And of course, there's the most thank going to you, just you guys, who are building on this ecosystem and keep building things. As Nick mentioned, you will be working with each other. You will never know, in 2 years, you're going to see that, oh, I met my co-founder at that hackathon. We were competitor to each other. Or oh, I met this project there and now I am enjoying investing to them. A lot of things going to be happening from these people who you are meeting here together. We have around 106 people here. Let's see in 2 years where we're going to be. So let's stay in contact, everyone. Keep building. Please sharing this moment. If you're tweeting about your winnings, please tag us, Evmos and Covalent team, so that we can retweet and congratulate you, and also try to communicate with us. As Nick was mentioning that if you have your socials, please drop it in the chat so that Nick can see and follow up with your projects, everyone. And now, before finishing up everything, I would like to suggest a nice photo all together. So can you make your camera on so that we can show all the beautiful smiles?
I would just like to add a quick word of thanks to the Encode team, who has been, in the background, really putting everything together and churning away day in and day out, getting all the communications done, logistics done. Without their hard work and effort, a lot of the fun parts of this hackathon would not have been possible. So thank you so much, Emma. Thank you so much, Omji. Thank you so much, Danny. And also Yasun and folks, everyone else that's on the team,
Thank you very much. We are a little bit waiting, you guys. If you're wondering who, it's right, it's you. So please turn on your camera so we can see your smile. We have a special guest with Evmos Tracker team, our future hacker there, who is a crypto native babies. They're going to be learning programming very naturally. And also I can see that Metaverse Roblox team has 3 people in the camera, one arm there, and then someone behind there. Everyone, hi. So we're gonna take all photos together. Everyone, please show beautiful smile. And maybe you can pick your favorite emojis. Cheese. Also, Danny, can you take some more of photos? Because usually my screenshot is somewhat a little bit weird.
I got one, but never enough.
Cool. I don't know why. Like mine is always a little bit like everyone closing eyes. I think I picked the wrong moment. Oh, so congratulations again, everyone. Regardless, like you were invited to Finale or not, or like you win something or not, this is a great time. You reached to the milestone, especially everyone who submits something. You did a great job. And I want to tell you that like you were very close to make it to the finale. So don't stop your building. There's a lot of programs, as Danny was explaining during the judging time, a lot of bootcamps, educate series. We will be keep supporting you, learning your way. And there are going to be a lot of new workshops coming. So stay tuned, and everyone have a great evening, morning, afternoon, depending on where you are staying, and let's stay in contact. Emma, do you want to say final goodbye?
I was just going to say thank you, everyone. It's been such a pleasure to hear and see everyone's journeys, and I look forward to see where you're going next. Thanks, everyone.